In this video, I'm going to show you the difference between a true breakup structure or a false breakup structure. We have all had this happen to us. We see a breakup structure, we wait for the retest, comes up, we get into the short, just like I am right here. We'll look for our target and then let the trade go. And what happens? So we're not even targeting all the way low, we're just trying to hit a little swing point, and then boom, stop loss is hit. Well, if I can have your attention for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to find out if the breakup structure is real and this happens instead. My name is Cowboy, and here you are watching me upgrade a Lucid trading account, only taking 2 trades using this breakup structure strategy that I'm about to show you right now. Again, 10 minutes of your life, and you may be able to start taking trades like this one, and this one, and even one just like this. First of all, let me just tell you who I am. I am not one of these guys right here that are showing you all these live trades on YouTube and not showing you real entries and showing you only the wins and posting prop firm account codes all over it, hoping that you're going to reset your account every day. That's not who I am. You will never find a prop firm code on my live streams, period. What I am is I am the creator and founder of the First Light Beacon ecosystem. It's a trading system that uses value and the methodology that goes behind value into trading. We've built systems like Trade Shield that help traders not tilt. It actually detects tilt and locks their account if they go on tilt. It shows them the true bias for the day and will not let them trade against it. We have regime detection, obviously, to make that work. We come in here and we actually teach traders the 5 levels of trading and show them where they are, right? And because you can't move past level 1 unless you know you are level 1. And we actually have an assessment that's free. Come here and start your assessment and find out which level you are, and then it gives you guides on what to do from there. We actually come in and we show scalpers how to, like, about slippage and things like that. The slippage tax right here, you put in an email and it sends you a PDF that tells you how order actually travels, how to diagnose your setup, tune your PC to be a scalping machine, how to set up your router so that you're getting the best possible fills out there. That's who we are. We got really good opening trade on Friday, and then we got chopped out. I personally didn't take the profit at the beginning and kept trying to trade because I was trying to get a max payout. And now I'm gonna have to trade Monday and Tuesday and then get the profit on Wednesday and then submit to payout Wednesday night instead of just doing it Monday night and just taking the money I made on Friday, right? So that's just the stupid stuff we do. Anyways, we're looking at 3 screens here, okay? And this is gonna help eliminate trading in the chop. Blue lines, that's 9:30 exactly. So we're looking at 9:30. The top left, we're looking at real flow set on 3 days on a 3-minute chart. Okay, how do you get it to be just like that? Where it's just that one pane showing? Set your chart up and then just double click on the pane and it'll show up in the full screen here on the indicator. And then we got FLB day that's showing the true overnight highs and lows. This has nothing to do with sessions, what's low or high for Asia, London. This is proprietary. And as you can tell, we opened up 9:30, comes up, retest, middle, breaks down. So it's just showing you that it works. The best thing to do is take trades from these lines here, and if they line up with an institutional ladder zone, even better. We're breaking past this middle line here, but we're going into the ladder after we're blowing through the EC, okay? And this is the EC line, and we're rejecting it, coming back down. It's really that simple. So if you're taking trades just from those zones, you're gonna have a much better time than most. Anyways, so let's go into how we avoid getting into the chop when we're getting into these trades here. Real flow, this is showing the real flow of the market. See how if we turn on the daily zone here, look at that. So we're first of all, this is your indication of which direction you need to be trading, is your daily bias right here. Boom. This daily zone, let's turn off asset stack and you can just see it all by itself in its glory. And we can see that we're bearish. We're underneath it. The zone's underneath it. Price will push up, but the zone doesn't go with it. That's telling you right then and there that we are bearish and we don't need to be looking for longs. This right here, some people, boy, you gotta trade what it's giving you. No, I mean, yeah, kind of, but no, it's against the system. And if you want to have an edge, you got to trade your system. So there's that. So we know we're bearish. So we'll just turn that off and then just keep on asset stack. If you don't know what asset stack is, this gray line right here, with the settings I have, this is NQ, and then this one is actually ES, and it's the values being correlated and printed on the chart on NQ. And I have it set to 3 hours. See that right there? 3 hours is my setting for NQ on the 3-minute chart. And that is how I'm using asset stack. You really only had, really honestly, 3, maybe 4 setups on Friday that were actual valid, that would have won. Okay, so let's go over this. First of all, we're breaking into 930. We're getting a little squigglies here, and that's the retest of the EC, and it breaks down. That is a valid setup trade right there for a momentum break at 930. We've gone in right here, come up, retested ladder at EC, and then it breaks back down. Everything is confirming that. If you look to the right, asset stack is breaking below. Everything's breaking below. Okay. And that gives you that trade down to here. Now, the retest right here, which is this candle here, we get a break back down on this candle, and that's this leg right here. And this goes down to the next ladder level as well. Let me turn on ladders on here. There you go. And as you can see, we're breaking down in this ladder here. So there's your next scalp. So we have entry right. We have entries here, and then we have an entry here. Okay, and those are valid entries. And this one, you can see the retest of FLB real flow, and this is actually breaking down as well. Now this is momentum entries, right? That's at the beginning of the day. Once that happens and once that's over with, you need to be done looking for entries like that. Seriously, if I mess up throughout the day, that's where it is. I don't get out of momentum mode. Okay, once that momentum is gone, it's gone. We're looking at structure-based trades now. Okay, that is the difference. This is where people screw up later in the day. If you're trading momentum, you're trading it at the open. Okay, if you're trading momentum in the middle of the day, you're going to get chopped the hell up because they're not trading momentum. The volume's not there. You're going to end up getting chopped up, and what's going to happen on Friday to me is going to happen to you. And I screwed up, and I was continuing to try to trade momentum trades after the momentum was gone. Well, how do you know momentum's gone? Well, and if you get a continuation like this, right? We shorted this continuation trade and got out at the ladder level. We're supposed to. If you trade from ladder to ladder, you're typically okay. But as you're waiting for the continuation to go and it continue back down, it doesn't. It flips up. Momentum's over. That's how you know. It's that simple. And you can look at real flow and see the true intent of the market. It breaks back up through the line, but it never comes back down. Momentum's over with. Now we need to start going into structure trading, and we need to start trading structure. And that's where real flow is going to shine. That's where asset stacks is going to shine. And then that's where FLB day is going to really, really help you out. This is the FLP's formula in real flow, but we've just done some really cool things with it and figured out how to tell if this breakout here is fake. So this is your daily candle zone, right? Turned into this value area. It starts at 1800 and it's breaking down. We know that this is a false breakout because it's not pushing up over real flow. Okay, so in theory, real flow is superior to the actual true FLB. But I mean, it is the FLB, but we're looking at our daily, and then we're looking at 3-day here, right? And the daily is bearish because it's below this box. If it was up, it'd turn green and it'd be ready to go for longs. This is breaking down. And real flow is telling us at the same time, yeah, this is false because this is not going up over the zone. It's not breaking over this zero line. Nothing is going bullish. This is just a major short squeeze. Okay. Now, how do we get into the trade to go down? Where do we know? When do we know it's going to turn around? Well, when it hits this box and comes down, that's picking the top, and that's a fool's errand because you just never know when the top's going to be there. Look at all these wicks over the zone where it just won't close over, finally does, and then it drops back down again, closes back inside. People are shorting this right here, and it comes right back up again, right? How do we know that it's actually coming back down and looking for a setup? Well, here is an actual setup that you can take after you notice the drop back down. So we hit the FLB zone right here on real flow and it rejects it. When we break back through the line here, that's an actual setup. So you can take that. It's not an A plus. I would consider it a B plus. So that's your setup right there. Then your stop would go to the high, and then you target your low or next ladder level or whatever it is that you want to do, 2 to 1, whatever. And there's your structural trade for the day, right? What's the A plus setup? Well, the A plus setup is the rejection of the zone. It comes down through, comes up and retests and breaks back down the low. So let me show you this and let me pinpoint exactly. That's showing you when the short squeeze is over, when everything is over with. This typically happens. And if we put all of it together, you're going to see the picture, right? So we're looking at this breaking and rejecting the daily zone, right? Comes down, comes up, retests, and then breaks back down through this low here. So this break of structure, whatever you want to call it, is breaking this low after this happened, right? After all this happened, that low is being broke. Where is that happening at on the rest of the chart? Let's mark it out. So this is happening right there at 1424. So let's go mark it out down here, 1424, which is 124. I'm sorry, 224. All right, there we go. Right. Yep. Actually, why is it on there twice? It's this one right here. And then we're coming over here and marking it. Now, where is price on this scalp down compared to everything else? Where we're below the asset stack, we're below the zone, we're breaking structure here, and then we're breaking ladder here, and this is all red. Everything's falling down, right? Boom, 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 boom. Now you've got yourself another scalp. Now, if we take that trade, right, how much are we getting? It's almost 300 ticks. It's 75 points almost. That's plenty of money with some NQs, and it's taking it off of the ladder level here. Now, if we took it up here, it's really not an A plus setup. Plus, if you're trading ladder to ladder, where are you going to take it? If you take this rejection right here, this first rejection, you're going into 30 points of drawdown to make 70 points of profit. Same amount of profit, but we're going into 30 points of drawdown. If you take the setup where everything is confirmed, where you're breaking the low of that, you're going into 7 points of drawdown to make 75 points of profit. Okay, so there's the difference. And honestly, most people can't handle a drawdown. They would close this and re-enter and get chopped out and lose money and probably just get so fed up they don't take the trade again. Okay, and that sucks. That's the worst thing to happen to you. And that is showing the break of structure on real flow. Here's the break of structure on price, but price can be manipulated, right? Real flow typically is not going to be manipulated. It really can't. And that is the setups that should have been taken on Friday. I should have come back later in the day and taken this setup here, and I did not. I just stuck my losses and said fuck it. Now, not all of my accounts were in losses. I did stop trading a few of them into close to $1,000 each of profit, but I did fuck up a couple of other ones. So that's just the way it goes. Now, if you have any questions on any of this stuff, just let us know in the Discord and we'll give you a hand.